Hello, everybody. It's Max with Crypto Talk now. Zenfin's XDC network has a upgrade in regards to its consensus. Without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into just that. So, for instance, as we can see right here, it's come straight from USA Today, and you know it mentions the beta release, and of course, some of you guys may already know about this. Technically speaking, this was about a week ago, but if anything, for a lot of us, we don't realize some of these things that happen on the back end. So, as you can see, it says the beta release of XDPOS 2.0, which is a unique consensus engine created especially for XDC, has been announced by the Hash Labs team with great excitement. As indicated by the full year of beta testing, which is necessary before the new protocol is scheduled to be introduced in the first quarter of 2023. Goes on to mention a few key things I'm going to point out. The new upgraded version features our modern Byzantine security safe, even if 1/3 of the master nodes go rogue. Only 3 blocks to complete a transaction due to its lightning fast final approval. It will integrate forensic monitoring, which will ensure that attackers will leave behind evidence. An easy transition from 1.0 to 2.0, straightforward deployment, and no need to alter accounts, wallets, or decentralized apps. So let's face it, when it comes to anything in blockchain, for the most part, whether it's Ethereum, whether it's just some of these exchanges and so on, let's face it, when a hacker basically does his thing, a hacker can leave what they call like digital fingerprints and so on. So if you have these type of things in which will monitor some of that, it helps that much more. Now, yes, if you happen to be into all this thing, a hacker could be, leave a digital fingerprint and of course mask it, right? Or they can spoof their digital fingerprint. We get it, but the whole idea that they're having some of these upgrades, they're going to try to, fight against these type of things or great things in which make it more secure are great things for XDC, to say the least. It's a positive catalyst. XDC Foundation stated, quote, "We are challenged to create a psychological on-ramp for institutions, reinforced by a promise of security, transparency, reduced counterparty risk, and cost efficiency. Opportunely, these are all advantages inherent to the XDC network, to say the least. XDC's network reason for the updation." There's some crazy words up in here, huh? Nonetheless, the XDPOS 2.0 is actually a significant advancement and is by far the most complex upgrade since the XDC network's beginning. XDPOS 2.0 will continue to be tested up until the beginning of 2023 to make sure the upgrade functions as needed. I like the idea that they're not just rushing into this, right? And just trying to get it out just to get it out. You do see them kind of, wanting to do more testing. When you hear them say things like, upgrading to a beta, those are good things. And then having multiple betas is a good thing. Whether it's in gaming, whether it's in blockchain, let's face it, you want people to test out what? The product. So if anything, like I mentioned here, the XCC network is a long chain network that uses a combination of delegated proof of stake and proof of work to protect the network and achieve quick verification utilizing its current XDPOS 1.0 protocol. A hostile takeover is already extremely difficult to carry out since it would require widespread collusion among the holders of validator nodes. So, if anything, if you're kind of confused on it, it just makes it that much harder to do malicious type things. And you like to hear that type of transparency, especially when it comes to, let's face it, a network like this that's going to be doing what? Dealing a lot with what? The financial sector. So, we don't want money lost any more than anybody, especially when it comes to centralized banks, right? So, on top of that, each of these holders has a financial interest in the network's success because they each own at least 10 million XDC and receive an annual payout of part of that amount for confirming transactions. Wow. Additionally, node operators are dispersed globally and decentralized, and they must go through a Know Your Customer KYC process. One can never be too secure, though. To that end, with the upgrade, XDPOS 2.0 will undergo intense inspections before it is prepared for mainnet deployment the following year. All upgrades will undergo in-depth testing on testnet and devnet, and there will be pressure testing and simulated assaults. My goodness. I mean, you want to talk about XDC killing it when it comes to the testing. They are the standout one, as far as I'm concerned, when it comes to, uh, crossing their T's, dotting their I's, and just testing on top of testing on top of testing. Like to see this. You may not like it from a long-term approach, because if you're a retail investor, you just want everything to kind of go to the moon, I guess you could say. But me personally, I'd rather have something I'm invested in that has good quality testing, if you will, instead of just rushing into things because you want to see a price. It goes on to mention a little bit more. Any discussion on development can be taken to xdc.dev, which is a blockchain developer resource forum. It serves as a key hub for blockchain developers, including a knowledge base, tools, and systems. Now, that is the latest in regards to this. In closing, before I pull up the price, we're sitting at about a little under 3 cents. I actually picked up a bag of XDC early this morning on KuCoin. I didn't see that it was available like on crypto.com, but you know what? I've been starting to like KuCoin just fine anyway, especially when it comes to the staking incentives. But yeah, sitting on a little under 3 cents. It is no longer in the top 100, but I'm sure they'll get back there soon. But it's always kind of teetering around the top 100. They do have a confirmed market cap of 359 million, and the volume is up about 15% with 5.7 million on the 24-hour chart. You're wondering if XDC had significant all-time highs. They did. They had a decent one. About a year ago, it was up to about 19 cents. We are sitting at roughly around the lows for this. So, I mean, again, if you were just coming in and you're wondering, like, wow, can I see the bottom? Well, technically speaking, for the year, this is right around the bottom. So if you're trying to catch bottom, you're right there. But yeah, a year ago it was about 19 cents. I'm going to zoom out a little bit more. So, yep, sitting. I can't go up that high. Well, yeah, I guess maybe for like a few hours of that day of, August 19th. So basically it's just that, like today's August 1st. So, we're getting real close to that, sitting around 19 cents and so on. But not too shabby to say the least. And if anything, it's an ISO 222 compliant token. And, it's basically just that. If you've been following some of our other videos, probably the best bargain as far as being able to buy the most of these for the least amount to add to your ISO 222 compliant token/coin portfolio. With that said, everybody, that is the latest catalyst in regards to XDC, which is basically this network. Like it says, released a beta version of XDPOS 2.0. It's basically just that, the upgraded consensus for XDC. So, guys, thanks for watching today's video in regards to XDC. Like, comment, subscribe if you haven't done so already. And by all means, if you're into live shows, we actually have one of the top shows. We're like in the top 5 right now, which is Crypto Talk Now. 2 shows daily. We have one at 3 p.m. Eastern, noon Pacific, which is typically a Crypto Talk Now with Larry. And then at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific is Crypto Talk Now, the Max and Larry show. Of course, come on once a week by myself at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific on Wednesdays. So if anything, we always bring you guys at least 2 shows every single day of the week. This is a grind that we've been doing since roughly last April. So that said, thanks again for watching today's video on XDC. They all have a blessed day, and we'll see you on the next one.